Uh-oh. Says PSA, black woman's attitudes and entitlement forces black men to mate elsewhere. It's coming from a black woman, it seems like. Let's hear what she got to say, man.
So this black woman messaged me and she was like, I feel as though you empathize with black men, but you don't empathize with black women. Well, the reason why I empathize with black men is because black men are the most disrespected out of all the races in the world, right? Black men are the most...
Are we really the most disrespected out of all the races in the world? I don't know. I don't really feel like that personally, but I guess on a large scale, there are a lot of men that feel like that. And probably because a lot of it comes from our own black women, right?
Most disrespected by their woman, meaning the black woman, right? There is no other race in the world where women think that it's okay to disrespect their man the way that black women disrespect black men. And here's the crazy part about it. Let's go.
I kind of disagree with that because I'm a big believer of this, right? If we want to bring it to the whole race thing, y'all know you know what I'm saying? I love all people, right? But to me, when especially you look on TikTok, right, there are an increasingly large amount of white women doing the same thing. And honestly, I think white women kind of started this. Like, you know, you've heard white guys complain about their wives for decades, right? Years and years and years. And I just think a lot of the tactics and the strategies that these women use, black women kind of perfected. I think like the white feminist kind of movement started a lot of it, and then the black woman, you know, took on that role and kind of like perfected the attitude and the entitlement and that type of energy, right? And we know whether it's white woman, black woman, any type of woman, it's not all of them, right? It's not all women that I guess disrespect their men.
To the statistics, let's go to the facts. Black women are the least likely to get married. Black men are getting married at higher rates than black women. Black men are commodities. If you go to any place around the world, most women want black men.
Hey, she not lying. She not lying. And I didn't even know that statistic right there about black men are getting married at a higher rate than black women, but it does make sense. I did know that black women were the most unmarried. And as far as black men being a commodity around the world, if you're a black man, you can't go anywhere in the world. I've seen recent videos of black guys in Russia kind of having their way, and videos of the Russian woman telling the African men to come there. So hey,
men are commodities. But for whatever reason, black women don't see that. And then they are entitled and think that they're supposed to come with all this baggage, be out of shape, have all these kids, out of marriage, and just be really a hot mess. And then a black man is just supposed to be like, well, I should just settle for this. The black woman really thinks that the black man should be happy with settling with their nonsense and foolishness, on top of being combative and disrespectful. Why would a black man deal with that when he can go get a woman from another race that is going to not have kids, the whole nine, and want to actually get on his program? I'm going to need black women to wake up.
Okay, you know, it's always good hearing things like this from black woman because a lot of it is true, and like I said, it's not going to be every black woman's experience. If you are, you know, you got feminine qualities, now out here, you know, being a hoe all out in the streets and stuff like that, you're going to find the right guy because let's be real about it, right? Most people who are like, you know, relationship worthy, I guess, and you know, good people and like really deserve it, they aren't on the internet for a reason complaining because, you know, everything is good for them. But when you do have the black woman with the attitudes and entitlement, or the black men that are not masculine enough and don't know how to be a good leader and all those things that a man should be, then yeah, those are the people we see on the internet having the most problems nowadays. But do I think it's really a solution for this at this point? No, I feel like most people, like it, like on an individual basis, right? You can change your life and change the experience that you're getting in dating, right? You are what you attract, and you're gonna get what you deserve for the most part. And even sometimes, like, the most entitled and the biggest attitude having black women, they get a chance, right? I always say this, right? I always feel like they get that one last simp that comes into their life, and that's like your last chance to really get it right. And a lot of women, they still fail at that point because they got so much trauma and the baggage that this woman was talking about. That it's kind of like that saying where you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And that's cool if you're a man, right? If you're a man, you know, at a certain age, a woman ain't gonna be able to tell you nothing. She ain't gonna be able to come into your life and change anything. And rightfully so, right? You're a man. If you got your stuff together, you know, you got your money right and all that good stuff, then you're fine. On the woman's side, it's very detrimental to yourself to be older and not be willing to kind of, like, you know, follow a man's program, as she said in this video, right? Like, I think that's a big problem with women. They feel like that they need to run the show and that the man needs to do in exactly what they want. But you know, for thousands of years, it seems like, right, women have been under the guidance of a man. You know, I was joking with my wife one time and just saying, like, tell me a woman that you know without a man, like, in her life, and I mean like a strong father figure or a husband or a boyfriend or something like that, that makes good decisions. Y'all in the comments, y'all try to tell me too, right? Y'all try to find me one that you can say, and don't use like Oprah, or like, no, don't use like a woman that, you know, like, are like, you know, exceptions to the rule. Like, woman you personally know in your life that consistently make good choices without a man. It's very far and few in between. But yeah, it seems like that's a big reason that are pushing men to want to date other women. Not even it doesn't have to be even outside of their race, right? When people say black woman, like she's talking about in this video, they usually mean more so American black woman in the States, saying Western woman. But guys are finding out, you know, that that's not the only type of melanated woman. And, you know, you can go to any other country and you can find melanated women in those countries, especially when we talk about South America, the Caribbean, or Africa itself, obviously. So, you know, guys are just exercising their options, you know.